So, all right, so this is my first time. I did a live at one point. I did a vertical live. Give me a second to get the puppy. He's coming, Leo. We're gonna groom today. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little shorter. So yeah, I went live one time. It was the vertical, and it doesn't work. Vertical doesn't work when we are grooming dogs. So I'm gonna try to get this going. We got our puppy here. So this is Leo. Don't mind the barking at the other puppy. So we're gonna secure Leo in the back here. And you're gonna start your groom. Huh? You're gonna start your groom. Good boy. So I had set everything up yesterday to go live, and then when I went to go live today, I forgot to set it to be horizontal instead of vertical. So like I said, I had tried the vertical at one point, and dogs aren't vertical, right? There we go. I'm gonna give him a nice wet him. Let him down completely. And then we're going to wash. I give him 2 shampoos. You get 2 facials and 2 shampoos, hon? Yeah. 2 facials, 2 shampoos. I'm gonna mix this up really good. Soap down there. I put some marbles in there to get the soap mixed easier. So if ever you're wondering why it's pink in the tub, I have a grow light there with all my plants. So there. See how this goes today. Splash. Scrub it down. So the client asked me to give him a shorter cut than what I usually give him because it is so hot right now. It's humidity, with humidity it's 45 degrees Celsius. I think that's around 111 or 112 Fahrenheit. So I'm very happy that I have the air conditioner on today. Huh? We're lucky we have the air conditioner, huh? Yeah, look at that. Whoops. Got soap all over my wall. Smart. It wasn't squeezing out. Finna. Wash your feet, wash your tail. So yeah, I like to do 2 shampoos. This is really neat. This is not trying to jump out. I like to do 2 shampoos because first shampoo really goes and picks up that dirt. Rinse them out. Dirt goes away with all those bubbles. That's what those bubbles are for. The bubbles help pick up the dirt and wash them away. I'm going to give the second shampoo. We're just making sure that everything is gone, right? Sometimes it happens where I'll do depending on the dog and their skin and their coat. Sometimes they come in they're really greasy. So sometimes I give them straight away. I'll give them a good warm rinse. And then I'll give them a degreaser. Yeah. But these guys are never really greasy. I say these guys because I have Leo's sister with me. So this is Leo in case I didn't mention it. And I have his sister with me. And she's going to get her groom right after Leo. And her name is Luna. There. Okay, so I'm going to give him a good rinse. Give him a good rinse. His ears are a little dingy. You got dingy ears. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There. All right. So the water is really tepid. Almost on the lightly cooler side. Not much. Just probably the same temperature as your body. As their body temperature. It's my body temperature anyway. So I'm going to come in and rinse him out. Let me get this bubbles going too long. I'm going to rinse out the front. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut my hand over his nose so he doesn't get any in his nose, any water in his nose. So he's breathing right under here. See? Woo. What I like to do is I'm rinsing him out. I like to take all that water off first before pressing down on the ear. So I don't want to get the water in the ear, right? Pressing down on an ear, holding that ear down. So this is just the first first wash. So rinse it out, but you got more soap coming. And this is where I rinse out last usually. All the soap ends up under the belly. Okay. Second wash. You did a good job, huh, Theo? 4 feet, add all that soap to your feet. That is one wet mirror. He really sprayed that up, huh? Maybe I'll do that afterwards. Right. Scrub. Jenn. All right, so I'm going to do his belly, his second facial shampoo. And his blueberry shampoo for your face. You get a blueberry facial. So this is the second round. We did a first bath, shampoo. First shampoo for little Leo here. We're gonna scrub it up between the eyes, right here. Be careful, don't get any soap in your eyes. Get the mustache and the ears. So he's good to go. I can rinse him out, and we're gonna go dry him. We're gonna go clean everything out of your eyes. Yeah, you got some debris in there. So we're gonna rinse him out. We as in I'm gonna rinse them out. Whoa. Yeah, as I was saying, it's really hot out there. So 45 degrees Celsius with humidity. And I am just glad that I have that air conditioner going on. Aren't you glad too, Leo? Are you a happy pup? You're a happy, huh? You won't want to leave. You don't want to go get cooked in the sun. No. So rinsing them out completely is so crucial because it's really, really bad to leave any of that soap in there. You got to keep your eye on the bottom of your tub to be sure, as long as there's soap coming out. Sometimes we think they're really, really well rinsed out, but they are not. They are not. And where's the last place that we rinse when we're doing the body? Under the belly. Because all of that soap accumulates underneath. Well, I'm not done. I'm still gonna go. I'm a rinser, so we're gonna rinse his face, holding his little nosy down, and I'm leaving him space to breathe here. I just don't want that water going in his nose. So as I'm doing this, water's trickling off my hand and not going inside there. We don't want any choking or, no, we don't. And we want to see something. We were going blind there for a moment. So as I did a while ago, I'm going to show you, I usually use a nice towel here to get all of that soap off and the water off so that when I come in and hold down his ear, I won't be squishing water into his ear. There. Same thing here. You don't want water in the ears because water can cause ear infections, right? He's a good boy. Good boy. So I'm going to check out here to see if I have any soap at the bottom. Again, if you're wondering why it's pink in my background, it's because I have a grow light. A grow light with a whole bunch of plants. It really makes it funky in here. Huh? And just that. Yeah. You going dancing, honey? After this, you and I? So, keeping your eye at the bottom of your sink. I was just seeing some soap residue here. As long as that's there, you gotta be rinsing. Because then he could end up with dry skin, flakiness, itchiness, maybe even redness, depending how strong that soap was. Huh? The soap that I use is a professional soap, of course, and I need to dilute it in some water before using it. So here we go, honey. I don't see any soap left. So be sure your head is well rinsed out. Underneath here, they tend to get soapy here. You know, water falls on top of their ear. It doesn't always get to underneath. So be sure to just squish all of that water out, flip the ear, come in on the side here, like that. Well, that's how I do things. Yeah. Are we done? We're done. Last place we rinse, belly. All that soap falls on the back and on the sides of the ribs. There you go, hon. Rinse this out because then I like to use my trusty washcloth here. It's stained, it's not dirty. And I like to take all of that water off first. And then come in with this towel and wipe them up. You ready for a groom? You ready for a haircut, bow tie, and everything? Can we move over to the table? Yes, we are. Hang on, stay there. Right here, honey. Oh no. Right here. Put your towel. I'm going to take these off. Flip this one, because I got water in here. I got a little water in there. I'm going to wipe this up here, because you got water all over my mirror. Little boy. Here, come on. Let's go. Boop, boop. So, guys, all right. Give me a second to set this up. Hang on. Oh, you're shaking. Why is Leo shaking? Huh? Little boy. All right, puppy lovers. So, yes, I am live, and I am grooming this little one here. He is such a sweetie. Love this guy. His sister is a sweetie also. Shake, shake. Take it out. There you go. All right. So I'm going to wipe you up. Good. And we're going to clean your ears. Take out that debris. He's got some debris in his eyes. Hang on. Wipe this up. Next one. How about your back end? Huh? This here. This here. There. All right. We did good. Oh, he just burped. Sometimes when a dog is stressed out, they burp. You stressed out? Of course you are. It's not natural for you to be washed. Huh? What would you do if you were out in the woods all alone, Leo? You'd be a lonely Leo. So I like to go in with my flea comb right here. I have 2 of them. And I'll come in, and once, I've washed him. I could have done this in the tub, but I like to do it afterwards because I can pull out all my products, my cleaning products for his eyes and stuff. So his eyes were all nicely soaked, so now I can get rid of all of this debris here. Once I've taken care of that, I'll come in and I use these rounds, like this, makeup rounds, makeup remover rounds, whatever you call them. And come in and I'll use 2 of them. 1, 2. This is for his ears, this product here. So I'm going to set that aside. The blue one is for the ears. Yeah. And the white one here, this one is a tear stain remover, which I don't find that tear stain removers remove stains. They clean them, but I don't really feel that there's much removal happening there. We want to come in here, we're going to get in closer here. Okay, so what I usually do is this is the next step. I'll comb all of that up. See all of that dark coloration here? That's stained. I don't need to wash that. I need to just cut that out. I'll come in an angle like this. Hang on, honey. You can be a good model for me today. Being careful. You got to be careful. I don't want to poke you. All right, so we got all of that out. And I'm going to come in with a tear stain remover, and I'm just going to wash that out here. And you'll see he has some debris there, dark, well, not debris, but it's just dirty. I'll rub a little, lightly rubbing. Is that a little massage? So it's kind of brown, see, it's kind of. So next, I go into the ear. This is my next step. See what's going on with the ears. I'm not pulling out. I may cut some out. Sometimes the client will want me to pluck. I don't usually pluck. I do if I'm asked to, or if it's extremely necessary. So what happens here is the ears, they do have hairs in there, but hairs don't mean that they're going to necessarily get any, here's a clean one. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get any ear infections. It's just that we need to keep the ear well ventilated. So if there's just a little bit of hair, that's not going to cause anything. Not at all. It's if it becomes a plug, that's when that can cause ear infections. So here we go. So I'm going to clean this off, and what I usually do is I'll come around, when I'm done with the ears and the eyes, I'll come in and I'm going to look to see if there's any poopies back there. And I'm going to, once again, use the comb here, pull all of that out. There's no debris, but I will cut some of that out. I did wash him, but it's still pretty stained back there, and I just want to be sure that all of that is pretty clean. Of course, I got to go and put my face around his bum. And I'll just use a baby wipe. Just a plain old normal baby wipe. Show me your bum. And I'm just going to be sure to rub in there to make sure. See, there was some debris there. I soaked it up, but stuff still can get caught in there. So, because when you're drying the dog, when you're drying him and you're smelling, it smells. Or if you're drying the dog and you're still smelling feet, that's because their job wasn't well done. So I'm just sure that I don't have any odors when I'm done with that area. So I'll come in and use some alcohol, and I'll spray that down once I'm done, because there's going to be another doggy coming in. So spray down those scissors because I was in funny areas. And yeah. I'll give him a quick comb around here. His hair's not too long. So we just want a little bit of a comb. And we're going to do the back here. This I don't really need to comb out. The dryer's gonna blow that out nice and straight for me, but we do have a knot. So I'll show you how I come along with the knot here. So we have this knot here. So what do? I'll pick in it. If this is working, then this is working. So I'll just pick. I'm not yanking, not pulling, I'm picking. So pick to the end, to the tip. Come back in, still picking. Sometimes you rip. I'll do some ripping. Like that. Rip. The whole time that you're grooming your dog, the whole time I'm grooming the dog, you're always training the dog. There's always training sessions because you have to sit him back down, stand him back up, tell him no. So he's in constant training. So what I'll do here is instead, this is another technique. Come in, hold your knot, and we'll comb out. There we go. So we got that knot. If you're holding the base, you're not pulling on your dog's skin. What you're hearing, hear that? That's my skin. That's my thumb. So we're going to pick again, see what's going on, because your comb is your best friend. Your comb is going to tell you, did I do a good job? So I'm never brushing along the skin. Never, because that would cause scratches. You heard that. You heard that. I don't know how many times I've shown people that, and it's like, it burns afterwards. But it's worth it, because I really don't want anyone combing their dog on their skin. Huh? Are you annoyed with me? You annoyed? So this is pretty much the only thing that I'll really brush. Again, tapping your dog. You tap and lift away, tap and lift away, tap and lift away. Never brushing. If you're going to brush your dog, you can use one of these, a comb that has these little plastic nibs at the end. That doesn't hurt. So you can brush along the skin that way. Just be sure before brushing your dog that you know that it doesn't hurt. Test it out on yourself. Test it out on yourself. All right, guys, so it's going to get loud because I'm going to start the dryer. And the way I function, I use a belly band here. Be sure to put all my stuff away before starting to keep it nice and tidy and clean. And I'll put a towel here because it's softer for the belly. Lift up. All right. So I put him in this belly band, and the reason why I do that is so that he doesn't turn too much and doesn't sit on, sit while I'm drying. That's what I do. And then I take out my little purple box, and I pull out these masks. And the reason why I wear a mask is because there's a disease called Roomer's lung. And if you're not protecting your lungs and you're breathing in hairs, dander, and just little dust, just everything, day after day after day, you'll end up with lung problems. So I've been using this for almost 14 years now. Protect your lungs, and I also protect my ears because of the dryer all day long, dryers. I have tinnitus now in my ear because of the dryer, and so I'm protecting my ears also now. It's not that it's so loud that I have to that we need to cover the ears. It's just, it is loud, yeah, but it's just because after a while, after years of doing this, your ear gets tired and it ends up like me. Tinnitus. So it's gonna be noisy, guys. Here we go. We're gonna dry the dog. I dry the dog in sections, always in sections, and the reason for that is because the job gets done faster. If I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, is for me, it gets done faster because I know that I'm sectioning. So I'll start with the leg. I can do the tail. As long as I'm doing, sections. So leg and tail, the top here, inside there. We do here, and the leg here. So usually within 10 minutes, the dog is pretty much dry. Maybe even a little less. I'm not sure. I haven't calculated the time. But grooming in sections, and when you're doing everything in order, always the same order, things roll faster, right? And the dog tends to end up knowing when it's almost done too. He senses it. All right, so I'm gonna start the dryer here, guys. So bear with me, this is gonna be loud. So maybe you wanna lower, I won't be talking while I'm drying, so you might wanna lower your sound the time that I groom. The time that I dry. Here we go. a little bit of humidity there, but that's okay. I usually like to come in because see, dogs don't really like it. And I can only imagine and understand why they don't like to be dried in their face. So I'll dry maybe at 80%, something along the lines. And then I'll come in with this little dryer here. Got this off Amazon. It's got a brush and it's a dryer at the same time. And when I come around the face area in general, they tend to be more acceptant of this dryer. I could easily use just a handheld normal dryer, but I like this one. So usually I'll come in and I'll brush a little to get the dog used to it. And then I'll turn it on low maybe, show him that there's a little air coming out of there. He's gonna sniff at it. We're all good. Okay, so in general, you know, if you're to dry your dog with a force dryer, you're gonna want all of that hair to be out nice and straight and to give the dog a nice cut. But in my case here, as I've said before, I am not a competition groomer. I am just a pet groomer. I don't mean just, I am a pet groomer. I groom family members, these little family members, and I just want it to be as safe and a happy place for them as possible. So, health before vanity, security before vanity, happiness before vanity, and yeah, so the pups that I groom are, in general, they're pretty much acceptant of coming over to have a groom done. Here, I'm going to turn it on a little higher. See how he takes it there. I've been grooming him for a while, but I think I've only used this maybe once on him, one other time. So all the rest is going to dry out on its own. That's good enough for me. I'm just touching to see the humidity left in his hair and rub that out. All right. So for me, that's fine. This is good enough for me because it's going to keep drying as I'm grooming, as I'm getting these cut, and I'll just come in once in a while. Yeah, you're annoyed, aren't you? Come in once in a while, and I'll brush it out, comb it out, just to make sure I can get that air in there so it can keep drying. So we're going to move on with the broom. So put this away. We're going to change sides. Sorry guys, I had to have a sip of water as I mentioned a while ago. It is hot in here. Here. All right. So there we go. Hey cutie. We're going to open this back up so we can put all of your hair in there. And I'm going to grab my cordless. I love this little machine. I just got it not that long ago. And I'm loving it. Cordless is the king. All right, so I'm going to clean out his pads here, and I'm going to be using the 30 blade. If you are not comfortable with 30 blade, please use 10 blade. 30 blade is a little shorter, and you could dip the pup. If the pup would be kicking around or whatnot, I would be using a 10 blade. But I've been doing this for about almost 14 years now, and I feel safe enough to use this. Okay, and I'm never digging, just skimming off, never digging. And the way I'm holding his foot, see, so that his tail's not in the way, I grab the foot, and I'm just holding his tail, get right under the foot, see, and get all of that all around on the sides here, that, just like that, underneath the toenail here. If you need, you can come in and pull like that. All right, I'm going to do the second one. This tail is behind my arm here, so it won't be popping out. Don't want to end up cutting that tail for no reason, but I mean, You don't want to cut the tail. Does that tickle? Does that tickle? Just a little, no picking. No, won't be long. You gotta get under the nail. There you go. There. Alright, so you got that one done, and we're gonna do the same thing here. So as I was saying a while ago, these dogs are always in training. We're always setting them back. No, you say no, he's sitting back down. Hold, and you wait for him to relax into it. Then we'll come in and skim the edge here. So I'm pretty lucky today. I have a good dog with me to show you guys this stuff. So I'll come in all around the toes here. Be sure you see all of those toes, all the digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you got that one 5. Hang on, honey. There. Next, last one, and we're gonna cut his nails. And you go like this. I gotta see if I'm. Hang on. There's this here. I'm gonna go around to the side. I like to come into the side of it. Just a little bit, just around the skin. I don't go any further than this here. You're good. See, he wants to turn, so I'm going to lift my elbow here so he doesn't turn. There. Give me a second, I want to see something. What's this here? Okay, sorry. So, I'm not seeing any, I don't know if anyone's chatting with me or not. This is my first time really doing this, so I gotta see. So it says live chat, all messages are visible. Do I do that? Welcome to live chat. All right, so if ever you guys need to say something, I think I just turned that on. Ooh, please bear with me. This is my first official time. 10 blade to the belly. This is how I go about it. I like to stand them up, come in here, and when he goes to do his pee-pees, you want to get rid of that hair here. You don't want the urine to go all over his hair here. Get all of that out. There, back here. He's just, look at him. Look at him. Yeah, you're just laying there. All right. Sit him down. Come in and do under his leg here. Oh, put that away, my God. Put that away. Hide that. Please, please. We don't need to see that. And anyway, I don't want any hair falling in there. There. You don't want any hair falling on his little penis. No. Because it'll get stuck in there. It's not too good. So, sorry about that, guys. You have to witness that. Alright, so now we're going to do his nails. I use these here. And I also use little cat nippers. And we might use the dribble, I'm not sure. If I need to. Turning around. He's gained so much weight. Wow. So, I'm going to come in here and get closer, guys. Try to get as close as I can so you can see nice and clearly. So, here's his nail. And I usually want to do, see, it's like a boat here. It's like a round. It's all round underneath the belly of the boat. And I'll come and take off whatever is level to that pad. Approx. I'll give it a little push and I'll come into the tip here. He doesn't need a lot off. Not at all. Not at all. He's done fairly regularly, and to the looks of it, he has someone doing his nails between grooms, I think. Maybe your mom or dad? Could that be? Is that mom or dad? So I'm just kind of taking the tip off. See? I'm just going to take like that off here. Some of that. I don't want to get that vein. When they're white, you can see that dot. There's a little dot in the middle. See, there's a pink dot. That's the vein, okay? So if you have a dark dot, a dark nail, you'll have a darker dot, a black dot. See, we see a little bit of that black dot right here. Just black. All of that's black. I don't want to go deeper than that. All right, we're going to get the groom going. Huh? So I'm always looking from underneath. I'm on top of the dog, and I'm cutting the tip off. Cut a little more. There you go. A little bit of pink there. Yeah, honey. Just tipping the tip off because he doesn't have that, his nails are not that long. Come do the curve here. I like to go in with the kitty nippers. They're not always easy to get these. Get a little bit of that one off too with the little nippers here because they're so tiny. They go into smaller crevices and smaller spaces. There you go. See? See all of that? Come in an angle with that. Angle that. There. Just took that off. So we're done with the nails? The fun part. Yeah. What does that mean, the fun part? It means we're going to start cutting. So we're going to give him, she asked me to go a little shorter, so I'm going to go, he's usually 16 millimeter. I'm going to go with the number 1 and his peach color. That's a 13 millimeter. And I'm going to put that over my 30 millimeter blade. Here, 30 millimeter blade. Pop that on, okay. And scratch my nose. Of course, I'm always scratching my nose. Sorry, guys. Hair everywhere. Turn them around, and I like to start at the top, the back here. There, right at the top, there's the occiput right here. So I'll put my thumb right behind that, and I'm going to start right behind the occiput, right there. Come down, lightly, come down, and come down. Okay? Sometimes I'll do some back brushing where I'm tapping and lifting. And you come down and do it again. Depending on the dog, sometimes I need to back brush. So I like nice and fluffy, so. Once that's done, I'll do the sides. One side, other side, behind the ear. Okay? And down. Then I'll tie them up. This is what I do, like, I always, usually, in general, do the same thing. We did the back, we did the sides. I'm going to come in and do the side here of his butt, the sides of the legs. I don't go any further than here. I just skim it right off. Because the rest I'm going to scissor. Come into the pocket here. You got to be careful here because you don't want to come in. There's a flap of skin there. So you come down on it, that. And I will come and shave all of that off. I like to come in shoulder and then come this way, sideways a bit. Tapping. Some dogs have looser skin than others, and sometimes I'll give it a coat shake, but his skin's not very, it's a little more taut, okay? So I don't give coat shakes for him. When you shake it out, then the coat lays naturally. Lift the leg, come under here. Again, being careful, there's another little flap of skin here. I don't want to come in like that. We did the underarm and outer. Okay, so we did the side. If ever there are any track marks or you're not happy with the rest, which I will definitely do a scissor over comb. I will show you that in not very long. So we did one side, back end here, crisscrossing. And do the side here. I'm not going to go any further than this in general, maybe depending on the dog. And I'm going to come to the side. Always being careful not to poke your puppy with these pins here. Don't poke them. We don't want no poking. This way, underneath a little bit. Being careful. All right. So now we're going to go in the front. I'm going to scissor overcomb that afterwards. Turn around, honey. This off here. Right there. Hang on. Right under the neck. When I was first starting, I just didn't know where I'm supposed to start. Where I'm supposed to go. You go where, this is how I do it. I'll just come in flat underneath his chin and then take that out. And you go nicely. Slowly. You gotta be careful. Now we did the front. I'm going to do the sides here. Ear, one side. Other side. Hold the ear. Hold the muzzle. Turn. Like that. And we will lift up. So today we have a really easy dog with us, right? So it doesn't usually go as quickly as this. And I'll go between the legs. And we're done with this comb here. Or are we? I gotta check to see what length. Hang on, honey. What's your head length? A second. Give me a second time. Here, sorry. That's really not. Guys, I'm sorry. I have to pull out his, where's yours? Hang on. Oh boy. Somebody sure enough, really. I thought I had his. Give me a second. Oh boy, sorry guys. I gotta go through this. I gotta find his chart here. His name. It's in. Mano. Monique. Melissa. No. Oh, and of course it's going to have to be the last one that I pull out. I'm so sorry. Oh, got it. You had to be, there was two more that had to look 15 millimeter. Well, we're going to go shorter, honey. Hang on. I'm surprised. I am more than surprised because I really thought that him and his sister were the same. So he's not a 13. He's actually going to be a 10. Woo, a 10. We have to do that again, guys. Oh, I am so sorry. Why do we got to do that again? Because she asked me to go a little shorter than what I usually do. And I was more than sure. So watch this, guys. It's going to take, within a minute it's done. Within a minute it's done. Let's time this, okay? Check out the time. Tell me how much time it takes you. Also put right back here, 10 millimeter. Let's go down. It's not a lot shorter, but it's shorter than what he usually gets. So we'll do that. Now I'm going to come in and do his sides. As you remember well, I'm pretty sure. Other side. Climb back up. Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry, hon. So we're just gonna skin that off here. So it's only a few millimeters shorter, right? But you do what the client asks you. I don't even think the client would have noticed. But as I'm an honest human being, I will give him what she asked me to give him. So I did all the sides here. He's good. You timing me? All right, that's good enough. Okay, turn you around. So everybody got to see it twice. Neck, right underneath here, and underneath there. That you do under your ear here, sides. You know, still has quite a bunch of hair that's off. Show you. Up. Come down. And I also like to come in reverse. And just take a gradient here. Oh. In between the legs. All right, so how much time did that take me? Oh, I didn't take the time. But we got all of that, you know. So his head's going to be, I'm going to keep his head at a 16 though, because it's going to look pretty funky with that. Do we keep it 16? We don't want to change your face. We won't change his face. 16 on the top of his head, coming down, being sure to hold your head nice and flat towards the ground. Hold that back. I'm going to pull on his skin here so that I can get all of that. We want it short, just the same. Huh? Nice and short. All right, we're done with that. Now let's get into the scissors. Time to scissor this baby. We're almost done, aren't we? So now scissoring is going to go all around his body, give you a little bit of wiggle room, huh? What am I doing not giving you wiggle room? So let's do this. Start with my curves. I'm going to cut around every paw, and I'm going to cut into almost flat. Almost flat, because I want it to bevel. I want a beveled foot. Almost flat. You can do it with the dog's paw down on the table, but I like to do it like this. That's how I usually do it. Being careful not to cut the pads, because pads, oh, do they bleed. They bleed. You don't want that. Here. And number 4. You don't want any bleeding, huh? You know what I mean? There. So 4. Next. I'm going to pull up my comb and my straights. And we're going to cut. Following the leg, we're going to cut behind here. Cut and leg. Now we're going to cut straight down from up here where this heel is, the bend of the foot down. I'm going to do the inside here, and we're going to come straight down. Can you see that? Think so? Can you? Yeah. Come straight down. There you go. Now we're going to come to the side, pull it all up. Hang on. Pull everything up, give it a tap on his leg, and I'm going to go straight down to the table. All the way down to the table. That's not bad. Now I'm going to come in the front. Holding his foot up like this. I'm locking his knee. And I'm going to come in, like locking the knee will stop him from, you know, pulling his leg back and me not doing a good job on his leg. And for safety also. Come in with my curves and I'm just following the leg. Follow the leg. You could choose the amount of hair you want to take off. I could have taken off more, but this, I want him to look balanced, right? So I don't really want to cut too much of that off, and him having some scrawny legs and then big body. He'd look pretty funny. So I'm going to come to the inside too. Turn your head. As I said, we're always constantly training and teaching them to see how he's being a good boy. I'm going straight down. And you're just eyeballing it, you know. You do one side here, there, and you just get rid of all of the corners that don't work, right? You come back in, brush, comb, comb out, and get that. Okay, so we're going to do this here. So I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I'm going to show you how I scissor over comb. So my finger, this finger here is back here. So I can feel it's lower, my finger's lower than where that flap of skin is. So that if I'm coming up, and coming around like this, I'll catch my finger first before I ever catch his skin. Okay? Like that. Like that. Right. So that side. Now we're going to do, always do the sides of the legs first. Turn his head. Tell him no. I have my hand underneath. I'm holding this leg. I'm just keeping my finger tapped on it to keep it still. If ever I feel that he's about to move, I'll know to take my scissors away also, because I can feel his muscles. I can feel that muscle. If there's any little trigger point that happens. Right, so I did my side. And hold it back up, turn his head, keep it for a moment, wait. Do the same thing. By doing this, your dogs end up becoming so still on the table. In general, so I'm going to come out here. I'm going to take a little bit of this off here. Not too much here, because I don't want to leave a hole, too much of a hole. And I am going to just blend all of that in here like that. Because this belongs to the body. All this part, guys, belongs to the body. So, there. Ah, knocked my arm. So we'll do some scissor over comb here. So, I'm just going to take my trusty thinners and my comb here, and I'm going to lightly comb up and scissor like that. So the reason why I'm going to do this is because over here, I'm going to try to get rid of some of those bumps and make everything straight again. I'm just correcting what needs correcting. See all of that? That's got to go. I couldn't get in there with my clipper. Huh? Oh. See? What we do, we're erasing all the bumps. You're just cutting the tips. Your comb is just guiding you to cut the tip of that. Let's push it back out so I can see. No more bumps. No more bumps. So here up. Take that out like that. See? Some bumps in there. Turn your head, honey. So all you're doing is you're tipping the ends and using your comb as a guide. Never stop and keep chopping, because you're going to end up with a hole. You got to always keep your comb moving. So he's nice and soft. So now we're going to turn him around and do the front leg here. Hang on. Leg. Hang on. Pull this out. Take these now. See, training. Pull back. I'm holding lightly. There's no resistance. See how there's no resistance? Once I've pulled back, I start sensing that he's starting to let go. Once he starts letting go, I can start letting go. But I still have to hold on. I just mean that there's no tension. You don't want tension. All I'm doing here, guys, is I'm cutting straight down, right down towards him. That's all I'm doing. Pulling it out, parallel to the leg. If I want it shorter, I come in here. Right now, this is the length I want. Okay? For now. Come back in, turn around. Comb this out from the elbow. And he has, you gotta be careful. Over here, they have this little toe thing here. This toe thing. That's the right word. You gotta be careful. That's just parallel. You gotta eyeball it, guys. Just keep watching. Keep watching what you're doing. Oh, he just pulled his arm right out of there. So usually I'll hold this flap of hair here. And I'm gonna put my finger between the toes to keep that foot straight. Pull this out. Actually, I'm going to brush it out. I didn't brush this part. I want it fluffier. So again, hold. You won't want, it's okay. Lift your head. Finger in. Tell him it's okay. Wait. And then you go in. They're not all as good as he is. I have many good dogs. I'd say only 2-3% of the pups that I groom are a little bad. All right, so all I did, flat, cut that extra off. We're gonna come in from underneath here. They like to hang their heads down. What you can do is I could do this. I'm not minding him. You could just lift it. Don't want his head coming down. I don't want to cut him. I don't want to cut his, if he decides to lick or put his face there, I want to cut him. So parallel again, we're going to take all of that off. See? Go straight down. Careful here. And all you do is you eyeball everything. Just keep brushing up, combing up, whatever. Take out the sticky outies. Sometimes this is never ending for me because I'm just like, oh, there's more there, there's more there. It has hair here. It's not supposed to be there. I'll come back in and see what's going on back here. Oh boy. Give you some. Don't move. He's pretty much on the edges. See this here? I don't like that. Get rid of that. There. Bear with me, guys. I'm just getting rid of some sticky outies. Alright. Next. Just gotta get this here. So once you've done these legs, you can always have this little poof of hair there. I'm just gonna come cut that out with my thinners. Get rid of that like that. Okay? Alright, so you see one leg to the other. Size. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna do this side now. We've done one side, we're gonna brush this all out. Remember, we're tapping and lifting, not brushing on the skin. What you're hearing is me, my fingers here. There you go. Usually the brushing should be done before, but we didn't have much brushing to do so. So we're gonna do this leg here. Here. Right. It's phone trimming. I should have put myself on Do Not Disturb. Well, that phone was ringing, so I should have put myself on Do Not Disturb. I will do that next time. So we're going to just bring it nice and flat all the way down. I'm holding his head over here. Have my hand behind that leg also. Whatever feels comfortable for me and the dog. Cut underneath. Nice straight line. Watch it. There's always this little piece of flab of skin there, the little toe. See how square that is? I just made a square box. So now we're going to round it out by getting rid of that corner. That's all there is to it, guys. Seriously, that's all there is to it. Oh, I have a message. Check it out. Yep, message. And here, some out, not too much, but more over here. More on, here. All this, the body part. Now I don't want to take too much off. I'll end up pulling this up. So I don't want to create, sometimes I do, because the client wants me to cut everything off, but I don't want to create too much of a hook going on over here type of thing. If I cut all of that out, you'll end up having this weird hole here. So we don't want that. Okay, so we did side. Now let's finish inside of this leg, and we'll move on to the last leg. the bum and the head, and we're done. Huh? That's not that bad, huh? So I'm poking in here. Poke, poke, poke. Doesn't want to come out. Try to brush, brush, brush lightly. Let's poke again. It's all out. All right. So see how I'm holding him? Put my arm here. Hold this leg, that, so I can come in. He won't be able to bring his head down while I'm going straight across like this. Lift the leg and I'll come underneath. And I'll meet with what I had already cut there. Like that. See? So now I'm going to do the same thing. Hold his little hairs here. Put my finger in the little hole. Why? Because sometimes they'll curl their toes this way. So if I'm pushing up, see? I can push up. It's okay, Hein. So he's pulling with his head. Wait till he relaxes. He's relaxing. He's really relaxing. Come in. Cut flat across. See this here, brown? That's from him licking. He licks and licks. Staining his paws. There. There. All right. It's not that bad. And then you just eyeball the rest, you know, wherever there's a sticky outie, you jump in, you cut it, you're not satisfied. All right, so over here, as I said, I come in and I use these usually. You could easily also just come in this way. Depending on the curve, you could use curves. But I like these here. It's an easy fix. See? And I just want them to look equal. Check them out. That's not too shabby. See, this is kind of like that. He's got waves. He's got wavy hair. I'm going to get rid of it. There's already a hole here, so I'm just going to get rid of that with that. Okay? Not bad. Okay, so turn him to the side here. Now that this is done, I'm going to do this last leg. One more leg here. If ever you're leaving any comments, I can't see. I'm going to have to find out how that works. I can't see any commenting. I don't know if anyone's commenting. Usually when we're live, we can see the live chat. I don't know if it's because I'm turned horizontally, which I have no choice but to be turned horizontally because the dog is horizontal and not vertical. Tried it once, doesn't really work. So I'll go in and reply to your questions if you have any after. So I'll just lift the leg here, put this out. I just want to make a nice straight, go along that. Just go straight, 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 straight. Follow that foot. See, he's wavy. Nothing's going to be perfect. It's just going to get shorter. Tail out of the way. Keep lifting up. Come in and curve that out. I'll come back in anyway after. Finish this off afterwards. Okay, so as we know we're supposed to go straight down, I had clippered all the way to here, so now I'm just going to come straight down with that. Straight down. There you go. I'll pull this out. What's going on here? See, I don't like that. It's, when we're doing these kind of cuts, we're always combing up, right? Combing up. But it is good also comb down. See how that lays. In the end, that's what I do. I comb them down. See how that's going on, working out. All right, so once again, I'm going to create a curve. I'm locking his knee up here. I'm going to use my curves, and I'm going to come in all around like that, and I'm create a nice little curve in here. You gotta move your, I'm in a funny angle right now because I need to, because I'm filming. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Pull the rest up. I'm holding underneath. I always have my hand on his little penis there to make sure that he does not get any cuts on it. His little wee-wee. And all the way down, and now I'm going to cut the inside. You can't see. All I'm doing is coming down, straight down, just like the other part, the other leg, to get rid of all of that. Okay? Just going straight down. Okay? Alright, so now, right here, I'm going to create a nice, clean tuck up. Turn your scissors around. Flip them around. Right, so now let's scissor over comb in areas that I feel is needed, like in here. So I'm going to come in with my comb, and I'm just going to tip again, once again, we're just tipping the edge, the hair, tipping the edge of the hair. Just to try to get rid of some of those clipper marks. Gives it a nicer, soft finish like that. So see, he's going to need me to come and just tip the edge of this here. Check the other side also. Maybe a little here. Like that. Let's see more. It's not always easy to get in there. I have some here. All the body. He's good because he's not trying to sit. Sometimes you've got some that want to sit. If your comb, you can't get in there with your comb, you can always fluff out a bit and just float right on top. Can I get that like that? There. Perfect. All right. Back end, tail, and we're doing his face, and we're done, guys. So, usually Leo takes me about an hour and 15, an hour 20. If I'm doing a video, and in this case I'm doing the live, then of course it'll take me a little longer because I'm talking and showing what I'm doing. So all I'm doing is I'm lifting the insides here, and I'm creating a straight line all the way down. Here I'm going to want a little more curve. More curve. And once again, guys, I am not a competition groomer. I'm a pet groomer. I groom our family members, our little family members, our fluffy puppies. I don't groom cats, although I did try last week. I had a client come in and she helped me with her cat, but I do not groom cats. Only small dogs, 20 pounds and under. So in this area, you got to be sure to check to see what's underneath there and how far you can go. You memorize it. Take some of that away, like this. And then what I tend to do, of course I need to take some of this out. Some will shave. I don't. I like to use my scissors, but some will shave. And once I've done all of this and I'm holding his tail up, I will push his tail down, comb out. Because often we're holding it upright, and once they let you let go, then you got all these little hairs sticking out. So just push down on the tail, get those little extras out. All right, hon. I'm going to come in and clean all of this. Anything that's around this little bum hole here. Now they don't like it. If you want to lift them up, finger not pulling up with the tail. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. All right, so, ow! Darn it all. This is the way I'm placed. I keep hitting my elbow. Okay, so he had some nodding a while ago, but he seems fine. This seems okay. So I'm lifting up. You okay, honey? Leo? Check with my comb. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the tail straight down to the table. Will it reach the table? Boom. Whatever touches the table, when you get down there, it's your measurement. That's how I do it. Tip the end. Separate. Hold the tip. Here, they usually like to sit and they squat and they don't want. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a little flag. His little bum is here, his little bum hole is there, so I'm going to come in and create a nice, you're not seeing that, are you? Hang on, turn it this way then. Can you turn a bit? Okay, he's fine. I'm going to come in upwards. Okay, and then, I like to comb it all down. He's got some knots in there. I thought I got them all. It's okay. So what I'll do is I'll hold the tip, hold this down. I'm going to cut everything above his little bum hole. That. Pop it back out. And do it again here. We're going to do it again because from one side to the other there can be some stickyos. Do this again. Round, 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 and I'm going to come all the way up. Same thing on this side. You just want to create a nice curve all the way up. This out. I'm going to get rid of that. All of that. And if there are some on the sides too, a little bit. So now he's got a nice tail. There. He's got space to make his poo-poos. All right. Turn around. Right before doing the face, lift the dog up here, and I do the inside also, and we're going to do the face, and then we are done. There. I'm going to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Okay. So I'm going to pull all of this forward. Guys, we're almost done here. Now, Leo, you did such a good job. All I'm doing is cutting the root of his visor. You know, you'll cut flat to get rid of the length. Then I'll come in and cut on top the eyebrows like this, so that I can create a round. You know, instead of a square, it's more round. Take all of this out. I call this a beak. Take this beak out. Use whatever scissors you like. I like these here. They got more teeth. I just like to get right in there like that. Get rid of that beak. See? See, now you've got a curve in there. Okay? I'll comb this all out, which a while ago we did cut a lot of it out. Come in just the same, and I'm just going to use these to make it look a little more natural. I'll do one side and the other side. Oh, my elbow's in the way. Darn it all. Okay. And then I use these to come in and I get nice and close to the eyelashes, into the eyelashes, so that we can see his eyes really good, see? You're so cute, honey. At this point, I take this off. We're going to set the length here, combing this way and combing outwards. I'm going to use some good scissors to cut straight across. You want to be sure there's no skin. Some dogs have hanging skin, so you always got to be sure there's no skin. I know he doesn't have all that much skin there. So I'm good. I usually leave about the amount of the length of his nose. Once you come across, pull everything forward. We're going to create a half circle here. Go down. Don't need to take much off here, right? Pull that ear back. Pull it all down, fluff up. I'm going to keep going with these scissors here. And cut all around. Pull all this back. Get rid of all that junk. Go with my flats here. All of that junk's got to go. Okay? Pull out that. You could easily come in with chunkers if you want. I have these chunkers here that I really like, but they are aggressive. All I'm doing, you can use what you want. As long as when you're done, that you finish off with a nice thinner, so that you don't have these square parts, right? So if I'm going with a chunker, just for the sake of showing you, I made a nice half circle here. It's got more there. If I'm coming in with a chunker, see how it leaves these really square marks? If I come in with my nice little thinners here, look how I'm getting rid of all of those marks, those chunker marks. I'm getting rid of a little more here. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm going to come behind the ear, comb it out. Let's use the chunkers again. Right behind the ear here, get rid of that junk. And if you're moving your chunker back and forth, you shouldn't have as much teeth marks. Okay? Comb it out. Still don't find it round enough. I use these instead. These are my faves. There, like that. Nice and round. See how round that is? But what we want to do also, we want to lift this up. To lift that up. See, there's a triangle there. I want to get rid of that. Triangle. I want to meet the corner of his eye. Like that. And I'm going to thin some of this out too, all the way to the top, nice and round, to make it look nice and soft. All right. Here underneath on his lip, take some of that off. Like that. All right. So that's good enough for now. As I usually do always, I go back in and I get rid of more. So this is a little Morkie. We're going to give it a nice little round ear. I like to take off about half of what is grown, so his leather is here, so I'll take up to here about that. Holding his ear out. See, the end of his leather is at where my thumb is, so I'm just going to go around there. Flat like that. Same thing, come around. You know where his leather is. There it is. And now I'm going to fluff this all up like that. See all of that junk? Again, once again. Come around this way. I don't want to chop in this way, because if I end up letting go of his ear or whatnot, I could end up chopping his ear, so I don't want that. So we're going always away from the ear. It does happen. You might see me do it sometimes, but I know that I'm extremely secure. I know that I'm holding him securely, but even I shouldn't do that. So. But I do it. I'm taking my chances, I guess. See, I did a whole side, a whole first side. Bringing this up here, see? Got to make it equal with the ear. With the back. Let's see here. So got a lot of little hairs here sticking out. A lot of hair sticking out. All right, I'm just rounding everything out. I'm eyeing it, guys. I'm just looking for sticky outies. Sticky outies. All right, so we're gonna do this side. We're almost done. We really are. Only this side we're done. So I'm gonna come and get rid of this. Creating a nice half circle. I'm going to bring his ear back. grab my chunkers, take a lot of this off. I'm going from the ear, and all of that off. I'm going to pull all of this back. So I want all of this gone, all of that. As I said, you can use your chunkers, you could use your straights, as long as when you're done, that you come in and make everything look smooth. Gotta eyeball this, guys, make it equal to that side. So the aim is to, when you're looking at this, see, I got more to come out, to come take out. There's always something, there's always more. So my aim is to make it nice and equal with this side. So I'm bringing it round and I'm trying to come to the corner. You see how I'm just turning my scissor towards the eye? I'm concentrated on the corner of her eye and trying to make a circle, like a half circle here. That's what I'm doing here. See? A half circle, a half circle. He's got curly hairs, wavy hair, so I got to take the waves out. The reason why it's wavy is because I did not force dry him to the point that he has straight hair, because he does not enjoy the dryer, and I don't want him to go through that stress. I just don't. I am not competing. He just wants to go back home as fast as possible and see his mom and dad and his family. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, feeling for the leather of the ear. I'm just going to take a bit of this off, all the way to the tip here. Come all this forward. I try to keep it as low as possible because I don't want to. If I cut this way, when I bring it down, you'll have chops, a lot of choppiness. So you can easily come in like this way. For the sake of the camera right now, I'm doing it this way. And I'm following my finger. There. Pull all of this up. As I mentioned a while ago, I'm going to go downwards, not upwards, downwards. And I'm chomping all of this off. Chomp, 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 chomp. Come on. Back here, behind the ear. Here's the ball of the ear. There's it there. Float right above that. All right. Okay. See? Still more. Still more. Still more. There's always more. Bring this up. There we go. There we go. Take some of that off here. And a while ago, as we did, we're going to take some of that in front of his mouth here. Yeah, look at you looking at me. Look at you looking at me, looking at you. Huh? Look at you looking at me, looking at you. So I'm just going to round his face up a bit here. I'm going to reach for the stars. Let's go from here, create a nice smile. Come in this way, come in that way. That's all we want. Guys, we did it. We did our first live. Huh? So I'm just going to continue checking him out a bit. Cut what I see. There's areas I need to go around him one last time. But I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. I'm here every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, 10 a.m., I'll be grooming a puppy live for you guys. And you can come hang out with me. So I'm going to finish him off, and I will see you on my next video, which will be this Friday. Take care, guys. Bye. And I need to know how to say bye. Close. There. Oh, I do have some people. Are you?